like it, but not a lot. And you know how the rest of that goes. Hey, everybody. It's Spot Friday, Saturday, and I got my black pen. I got 25 more songs. So let's get to commenting on said songs. Starting with Peach Tree Rascals and a song about a deer. It's called Deer. It's pretty good. It's got a weird kind of womp womp to it. It's almost like somewhere in the 70s or 80s kind of thing. But it uses it well. Up next, Melanie Martinez with a fire drill. Which is never a drill on fire. Which I always thought would be much more interesting. It's okay. No, not as exciting as a drill on fire. Young Dolph up next with Blue Diamonds. Song's okay. Basically just okay. The album covers a watch that I'm pretty sure if I found it I could retire. Dang. Up next, Natanael Cano and Lil Tecca with Dime Paquet. Or Dime Paquet. I don't know. It's not butter, it's parquet. You're welcome, old person who remembers that joke. Song's okay. Up next, Jonas Blue with Max. And it's in all caps, so you gotta go Max. And Naked. Ooh, this one. Ooh. Gosh, I hope this picks up on radio. Because it's just the right kind of ribaldress for radio. Yeah. The basic gist of the song is you only say you love me when you're naked. Well, I guess move to a nudist colony and get married, dude. Up next, Quinn XCII, or whatever she calls herself, or he calls himself. I don't know. Second time around. I can't remember all these people. Okay, my apologies, it's a he. When I hear the name Quinn, especially when it's spelled Quinn, I immediately go to Tegan and Sarah, and their last name is Quinn. So I usually think of Tegan and Sarah when I see the name Quinn. I also think of Quinn Morgendorffer. I guess Quinn the Eskimo, there's the song and the character from the G.I. Joe comics, both dudes. Was it ever Quinn the Eskimo was a dude? I mean, in the song, I guess it's implied. I don't know. That song's okay. Up next, Dixie. Oh, there! I found where the chicks lost their Dixie. It's on this D'Amelio guy, person, thing. Anyway, it's called Be Happy. She don't want to be happy. And, you know, being an artist with the first name Dixie right now, probably, yeah. We'll actually get to the chicks in a bit here. They're on the list here somewhere. Right now, Louie the Child with Earth Gang and Big Love. I'm sure it's a remake of the big hit from Fleetwood Mac. It is not a remake of the song from Fleetwood Mac's Tango of the Night, which I think is one of their best-selling albums, even though it's not one of their most well-remembered. It suffers from that 80s syndrome that, you know, a lot of people... There was an episode of one of my old favorite podcasts, All Songs Considered. They had a whole episode called Were the 80s That Bad? Which the basic gist was yes, they were. And Bob Boylan, the guy who hosts that show, does he still host that show? I haven't listened in a while. But he used to host that show. And man, he just hates how the music sounded in the 80s, just the production of it, the instrumentation of it, the overabundance of keyboards and all that, the digitalness of it. I don't know. He's had a major axe to grind with the whole decade of music, so probably wouldn't have picked that as his favorite Fleetwood Mac album, I'm guessing. And while Big Love isn't really hold up as well as some of Fleetwood Mac's catalog, the music video is trippy as hell. Right now, Tenille Townes and Keelan Donovan with The Way You Look Tonight. So this is sort of country-ish. She's being marketed as country, but they're hedging their bets and saying, country pop maybe? In case she catches on pop music, but this song she's not. It's also not going to do too well in country either, but it depends on her record label, I guess. They want to throw a lot of money at promoting this, maybe. I don't know. It does sound like a song that's looking for an audience. Like, who's this for? People who don't want to admit they listen to country, or country fans who don't want to admit they listen to pop music? Anyway, I don't know. She sounds promising, but this song is not. Up next, Grandson with Identity. This is some of that alternative hip-hop the kids love. Well, some of the kids love. Based on record sales, not as many as that like just the regular hip-hop, I guess, but it's okay. Up next, Bring Me the Horizon and Parasite Eve, which is what we have before Parasite Day. It's okay. Bring Me the Horizon's one of those bands I'm always like, oh yeah, don't I like them? But then I listen to it and I'm like, do I? I genuinely can't remember. But, it's okay, I guess. Up next, IDK with PNB Rockin'. End of discussion. This is kind of smooth. But again, if you got a low tolerance for bad words, maybe move on to Yungeen Ace. Ooh, it's got the explicit tag too. Maybe don't. And Don Dada. Bad news, Don Dada. You kind of a mediocre Dada. You know that hurts. Up next, Kenzie with Sia and Exhale. Probably not the Shoop Shoop song. Nox Holloway. Yeah, I mean, I love Sia, but gosh, dang it. That's just a very okay song for Sia to be on. Nox Holloway up next with Separate Ways. This is not a remake of Journey, is it? Please don't be a remake of Journey. Once again, we got a monkey's paw situation here where I'm like, please don't be a remake of the Journey song. And it's like, okay. So I'll just give you a very mediocre song that has nothing to do with the Journey song. It's like, see, if it had been a remake of Journey, at least it would have been interesting then. This song isn't interesting. Sarcastic Sounds up next with Laugh. Or is it? It's okay. If you don't like that when they pitch up the vocals so it sounds like that coffee for your head thing from Babidi-Bidoo or whatever it was. I can't remember. But yeah, if you don't like that, you won't like this. But if you don't mind that, that's pretty good. Up next, Cheat Codes. Just them, no guests. And Heaven. They should have used some cheat codes to make a better song. Yeesh. Maybe they need a Game Genie. Remember Game Genie? I keep forgetting that most people watching this are very young, or supposedly very young. I just noticed somebody on my friend activity has Stacy's Mom by Fountains of Wayne in their Bangers 2020 playlist. Is what it is. Paul Wollford up next with Looking for Me with Diplo and Kareen Lomax. This is pretty good, but again, if I'd been wearing the dang Beats by Dre headphones, it would have sounded great. Because there's a lot of bass. These, like I said, these behind-the-back Sonys, bass is okay. It's not great, it's okay. They just do everything okay. They do everything good, but nothing great. Which I kind of like. Because the Beats by Dre, they do bass great. But if your music isn't, like, bass-focused, they're just okay. Up next, Becky Hill and Heaven on My Mind. Woo! Record label. Somebody at a record label picked up the phone and said, yeah, get me one of them Dua Lipas. Hearing a lot of Dua Lipa-ish sounds on this. That's not a bad thing. Up next, Big Boi of Outkast fame and Sleepy Brown. I had actually had a dream about Outkast dropping a new album. But then I woke up and they hadn't. Anyway, it's Can't Sleep. Everything Big Boi drops is good. But you know if it was Big Boi and Andre 3000 it'd be great. It's just... But still. We'll take it. I'll take it. You know what? If Andre 3000 isn't going to drop an album, I'll just keep taking the Big Boi albums, because they're usually pretty solid. Up next, Joel Blackmon and Morning. Song was rolling around just fine, but then he said, he rhymed something with Panama. And now Van Halen's Panama won't get out of my head. So it's an okay song that reminded me of a great song. So I'll give it the okay for that. Up next, Sebastian Paul and Crush. Oh, I'm sorry, it's in all caps. Sebastian Paul and Crush! I don't know if it's the okayest song that ever okayed, but it'd be up there. Up next, Sueco the Child and Tokyo's Revenge with Smackdown. I don't think I've ever heard a song called Raw. You know, this is actually pretty good. I started off thinking, oh, it's going to be one of those, but then, you know, it just kept going and just kept going, and it's like, all right, you're only 224, but somehow you won me over. So, good on you, Sueco the Child. Up next, TJX6 and NLE Choppa with Punchin'. Definitely not one for those of you who get fainting spells from bad words. A lot of bad words. But if you're okay with that, it's pretty good. Up next, and finishing off your Saturday, is Calboy with 504 or 504 or whatever, and Rounds. Principal and music teacher, well, band director of my junior and senior years of high school also had the last name Rounds. Daryl Rounds. I don't even know if he's still alive, but I really liked him. A lot of kids didn't. I thought he was great. He had his own, like, country band. They did, like, covers and stuff and toured around. I always got along great with him. Thought he was great. Had a great mustache. I should look him up. Anyway, that's the show. Hope you enjoyed the Saturday version of the show. We had a lot of good. We had a lot of okay. We had some mediocre. Nothing bad, but also nothing great. So that was kind of a wash. Cassette Story Sunday edition tomorrow, and then we'll get back to the New Music Friday from Spotify on Monday.